First on the agenda today is we're going to discuss heating and refrigeration.
And the most important thing about that is the braais, the gas option for the braai, for the barbecue.
On the same topic is the ice makers. We're going to get our own. And next is the colors of the deck and hull stuff, the cushions, the sails.
And then also the custom davit where the dinghy will hang on. So the Leopard actually offer a very good custom davit. So we will talk about that one too. So then after that we will discuss the sails. They offer quite a lot of sails, standing rigging stuff, not that, but also the big sails. What big sails do we want? What fittings do we want? And whether there's a bowsprit and stuff like that.
Next we're going to discuss the commissioning, like the anti-fouling. We're going to have it delivered in Cape Town. And then the COC, safety stuff. What is so important about the barbecue option?
Well, the barbecue option, that I think she mentioned the right word, is an option. So they put a gas there, but no barbecue. You need to decide on your own barbecue. And from a South African point of view, we are very fanatic about our braais. So we actually need to know what braai we want. We want stainless steel, of course, because it's on the sea. But do we want a big one? Do we want a small one? Do we want a lift one? Do we want a gas one? Do we want a coal one? So I think therefore they just they only put the pipeline all the way to the place where the barbecue is going to put.
Okay, the next thing is we've got an option for storage or an ice maker or a fridge. What are we going to do with that one?
If you look at the video, you will see there's actually in our video, the catamaran that we visited actually had just a locker. But in that one you can put a fridge or an ice maker. And Peter is thinking of having a custom, her own ice maker on the boat, so it will be somewhere inside the saloon. So that option we're actually going to put more refrigeration in there. So we will make a fridge. We are on the colors for the deck and exterior. We have three colors, three options. The one is the blue one, like a navy blue thing, then the stack pack, the ultraviolet protection thing, as you can see in the photo, and also the anti-fouling will be blue. The other option is a sandstone color, like a yellowish battery color, and that one will also then be on all the sails, and the anti-fouling will still be blue. And then the other one is where the anti-fouling is dark or a charcoal color, the stack pack is a charcoal, a dark grey, and the ultraviolet protection is also a dark grey. So which one would you say we should select?
Luckily we both decided on the charcoal because we both like the charcoal.
Charcoal is, I think, for us will be good, and we will also make little shirts and caps and stuff like that for the charcoal color.
Okay, what about the Dodger, that thingamajig, the Dodger?
Yeah, I also didn't like the Dodger because the Dodger is just like a little windscreen, plastic windscreen in front of you, and the weather can still come around all that. So we're not going to take the Dodger, and we opted to go for actually a customized all-around enclosure like many of the other catamarans is doing, which is an aftermarket option.
What are we going to do about the shade covers?
They definitely had on the side windows, as you can see in the picture. They have this roll down things that you can roll down, and then it is made of those windscreen print things that is like like you see on the buses or advertisements on big windscreens. So it's a little bit of a stretchy thing, and it has little holes inside it where you can actually look through from the inside, but from the outside you cannot look in. But at night, when you have light inside, people can see inside and you cannot see outside. So we need to have the little curtains that we actually put down, those zigzag things that we discussed last time. The blinds.
What is that davit system? What is that all about?
So the davit system is where you can put a dinghy on. So If you looked at all the other catamarans in our episode 5 and episode 4, you will see that the dinghies is very low. So if you have a big following sea, the sea will hit the dinghy all the time. So the Leopard is the only one that has a very high davit system where the dinghy is actually hanging very high. And it has a little winch in it as well to actually drop the dinghy into the sea. So it can actually be wider than the two pontoons. The dinghy can be longer than the width of between the pontoons, because it actually drops it down like that. So yes, we're going to take the customized davit system. There's another option that you can cover everything with a teak finishing. So what do you think about the teak finishing?
I was just thinking in my mind this picture coming gutting a fish on the teak, and I thought all that blood and guts and stuff on the teak. So I don't think we should go for that option.
No, I agree with you. I think we can maybe later do it if we see we want it and it's a snazzy, fancy thing. But for us, saving money and also be able to clean a deck, I think it's better. I'm not sure. Maybe the viewers that does have the steak. What does happen if you gut a fish or cut it on the steak? How easy is it to clean? Please comment below and tell us whether we need that option or not. It looks fancy.
It looks very fancy.
But I'm not sure we actually want that. Okay, so the next 3 sections, as you can see in the picture or in the section list, is about sails and rigging, general equipment, and commissioning. So let's start with the sails and rigging.
Okay, what is this asymmetrical spinnaker blah, 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 option?
Okay, so Leopard also offer you, they can put a bowsprit in front, and then on that one they can put a big furler system on that actually managed one of the big sails. So you can either put a code D on, I think they come standard with a code D, but also a code 0. So code D you go mainly downwind, I think, and code 0 is the other one that goes upwind mainly.
Down.
Yeah, I think, I hope D is for down, because we're still learning in this whole thing. So, and then I have the running rigging on the sides that actually coming to the side, so that you can actually get from the cockpit. You can also then tack or jibe if you need to tack or jibe. Depends on the code D or code 0. Then you can also do it from the single cockpit. So it's a furler system that's connected to a bowsprit, and then also the running rigging that's coming all the way to the central cockpit. So that is about the thing. And we will have both. We will have a code D and a code 0. And I did ask Catamaran Impi which one we would like to, because one of them we would like to keep on permanently. So one of these furlers we would like to keep on more often than the others, and that one we need to have ultraviolet protection, because most of the big sails don't have code UV protection. So this one we're going to put UV protection.
That question also came up quite often.
Yes.
About the UV.
So then, and that sail also, according to Brent, we need to try to make that sail a little bit more heavier. It will penalize us in very light wind, but you can take a wider range of wind. So we might even opt then for that, to make the code D a little bit heavier, and also ultraviolet protected, so that we can actually run longer on a code D. So I've got 2 pictures there. Here you can see the one only with the jib, but the furler is rolled in. And you see another picture where there is the code D is already out, but the grenadier or the jib is already in.
What about the anchors?
Okay, before we get to the anchors, can I just yeah, the commissioning is just a small topic, very quick one. So one of it is the safety equipment, and we do take the certified equipment for the life raft and flares and injection, and also, but we're going to do this aftermarket because we don't like the place where they put the dinghy, the life raft. And for me, I think if for a safety point of view, we would like to have the life raft on the rail, so that if something goes wrong, it is there. You don't need to battle to get it out of a locker or underneath a boat or something like that. So it will be on a railing, and it will have a hydrostatic release that it will just shoot this thing outside automatically. Then also we will do the, like you said, we will do the Cape Town handover, because we are going to be in Cape Town and we can just take it. And of course there's a water delivery option, which is $10,000, which we don't need to do. But I would really say, recommend, if people is afraid that the Leopard cannot do ocean crossing, like all the other guys are saying, then take that option. And if it gets to the other side and there's any cracks, you don't need to take it, because you still let no sign for it. So it takes longer. It takes 6 weeks for delivery and $10,000. So from my side, I would really actually recommend take the water delivery option if you're afraid, if you think the rumors is true. And then if the Leopard is getting to the other side and it's unscathed, then awesome. If it does have a crack, then you say you don't take it. So that is the water delivery.
Anchors, what's the big secret? He's been keeping this a huge secret.
Okay, so in the video you can see that Leopard comes with a Delta anchor. And there's a site, Panopi, a sailing vessel Panopi, that is actually doing this anchor testing. And you have to go and have a look at our whole list. We've got a playlist full of anchor, all the major anchors is tested in these videos. And Panopi was actually the guy that actually tested the Delta anchor, and he showed, as you can see in the video, the Delta anchor always grip, they always get set, but it takes them maybe like 5 to 6 anchor lengths before it sets. So that was one of my problems initially, and then I was going for the Rocna Anchor. Rocna Anchor. I like that.
Yeah, this is set with the Rocna Anchor.
Yeah, I like the Rocnas, yeah. So the Rocna Anchor, from everyone who was talking to me, they were always saying Rocna Anchor. So I also again started going to Panopi. As you can see, the Rocna Anchor at a high speed doesn't set. So if we in a inlet where the tide is turning quite abruptly, then the boat will be on the one side, and this, I must say, the Panopi also, if you look at the videos, they take severe conditions. So it means that we will be in a severe condition, the tide will change, and the boat will go with the tide to the other side. And as it goes, it picks up speed, and as it picks up speed, it will rip out the anchor, and the anchor will not set, and you will drag. And this is the problem of the Rocna anchor, in my view. Of course, the viewers, I know it's a very big issue. But what we saw from these videos is that the Rocna did not, at high speed, did not put, and also if the scope is not right.
High speed,
High speed, and also the scope was not long enough. Agreed, you need to have nice settling, and maybe the Leopard Catamaran does have 2 engines, so you can go against the wind, you can go against the tide, and you can slow it down so it can set. If it sets, it sets. It's a very good one to set. So under ideal circumstances, with a long scope and everything, it sets. Perfect. But if you do come into an anchorage and the wind is blowing, or there's a severe current coming in and you want to set, the anchor has not yet come down yet. So you need to give scope all the time. But at that stage, the boat is start to drifting, and then you will have problems. So from my side, this is now we've got to the new anchor, because also thanks to Panopi, I've heard the word many times, Mantis Anchor. And if you look at the Panopi sailing vessel, their tests, and all the other tests that of course, Mantis is doing a lot of tests with going with big 4x4s on the beach and so on. You can see that the Mantis Anchor rips every time into it. And the main reason from my point of view, which I now research, is the anchor tip weight ratio to the shank ratio. So the Mantis is the anchor that has the most weight on the tip. So it doesn't matter how you drag it, that tip will go and start digging in. The second thing about that anchor is that the others, if the flukes is like this, they have I cannot do this. They have a sharp angle like that. And that means that if it goes in like this, it actually digs in. But if it lies on the side, then the sharp point is on the wrong side, so it doesn't dig in. While the Mantis have the sharp, it's like a chisel, like this. So the sharp point is like that. So if it lies on its side, it will automatically also
Go
start
in.
digging in.
And because of the weight, it will also
And the
break.
tip weight. But one problem is that the shaft, the shank of the anchor is thinner than the others because to try to get the weight ratio correct. So I did hear that people do bend the shank. Apparently anchor shanks is bent all the time. I don't know. Again, please let us know if this is a good option or not. But yeah, for now, I actually have to go back to Leopard Catamaran and tell them that I don't want anymore the Rocna Anchor. I actually now move to a Mantis Anchor. But I might be wrong. We still have a couple of months before we get there. So please tell us if this is a good one.
Secret is out.
Secret is out.
Long lost.
All the options, the standard options for that's coming with the Leopard 45 catamaran from Robinson and Kane, we handle that now. So from next week on, we will start doing all the aftermarket options. So all the ones that's in purple, that's
Nice
marked here, and this episode and the previous episodes in purple, we're going to start doing that. And you're going to do your storage thing and the cushions thing,
Pretty
and
nice stuff.
yeah, so we will do all of those things.
Support us on Patreon, like our pictures on Instagram, and follow us on Facebook to become part of our social active experience.